Hi all, welcome back. My name is Nina Means, Director for Austin Community College Fashion Incubator, and you're watching Coffee Talk. Today we are getting our week kicked off, really focused on really what's ahead for this next round of the Fashion Incubator. As you guys may know, we have several pillars that we focus on that really develop brands from idea to scale. And so one of those projects, Macy's, has been an ongoing virtual series that we do. We're actually wrapping up our second round of the Macy's series here in just a week or two. And so if you missed it and you wanted to be a part of it, or you weren't able to join all the classes, we'll be launching a new Macy's series, The Future of Fashion, really for our idea stage brands for free, delivered to us from Macy's this fall. So if this is something that you're particularly interested in, you're like, hey, I missed this last one. I may have missed the one from the spring. We're now offering it 3 times a year. Macy's is really stepping up in terms of creating a mission to reach our community, a mission to connect with emerging designers and emerging brands, and to really invest in cultivating what makes our industry so unique and so special. We see so much creativity at this stage, so many designers who are cultivating their ideas, are trying to understand what the process looks like to create product from idea to the sales floor, wherever that sales floor may be. You may be a social media brand, you may be an e-commerce brand, you may be focused on TikTok or some of these other platforms. Some of our brands are delivering in store or only intending to create digital products. We have some brands that have applied for our program for Cohort 3, kind of on the heels of these Macy's courses, who have said, you know what, I really believe that my line is going to live digitally. I'm not really intending to make an actual physical product, maybe every now and again, but my intention, these designers are saying, my intention is to create true digital fashion collections. And if you've been watching what's been happening in our industry across the board, this is really where it's happening. And so Macy's being a part of the early stage idea stage for our community has been really, really critical. We are looking at opportunities to increase our relationship, grow that partnership with Macy's here in the future, and we'll keep you guys posted on what that may look like going forward. But we are so excited about what they've been able to do at this stage with the Fashion Incubator, really building community and helping us to reach out to our community through these programs. If you are still like, hey, I think, I'm a little bit past idea stage, but I don't know if I'm really quite ready to start with, the Fashion Incubator just yet. I think I want to refine my skills. I want to learn a little bit more about the technology, perhaps before getting started. We do offer those digital courses a la carte. And so AccuMark 2D, AccuMark 3D, this is really where you're learning how to use digital systems to learn how to make your product in the computer. And so if you worked by hand or you worked with patterns that you may have purchased online or in the store, and you're familiar with how those things work together, you'll probably be an excellent candidate for some of these AccuMark 2D and 3D courses, because you'll understand what the pattern pieces are intended to do. Now, I will say that for my non-traditional designers, I have had some very successful, very motivated students do exceptionally well in our 2D and 3D courses. So it's not completely imperative that you've had this background and training before taking this class. However, I will say that those who understand it best, who pick it up a little bit faster, maybe with a little bit less challenge, have had a little bit of this background ahead of time. And so if you're joining us from the Macy's course and you're like, hey, I've learned so much, I'm very curious about what this can do, I'm looking at developing a brand, but I still think I need some additional skills, this next step, I think, is really going to be the one for you. So AccuMark 2D, AccuMark 3D, we also teach you about how do you manage a product from idea to scale in the computer. A lot of our brands and really our industry at large is really understanding how we can now work digitally. And so this is really key, right? Because before it used to be important that you were only in a design office, working elbow to elbow with all of your other design team. But now, since COVID, we're all learning how completely possible it is for us to be working remotely or semi-remotely in order to accomplish these products, be able to get these things done. And so one of the things that we teach is about digital product life cycle. And that's something called Unique PLM. That's the course title, because that's the software that we use from Gerber Technology. But what we are really focused on is really helping you understand how does that product go from beginning to end, from creation and idea to an actual physical product that's now ready for sale. And so these are all things that are preparing you to move through what we've offered as idea to scale at the Fashion Incubator. And so if these are things that are of interest to you, you should absolutely sign up for our email list. We are notifying our students and our community about different classes that are opening up. If you have not registered for our email list, absolutely do that. Our email is fashion.incubator@austincc.edu. Again, our email is fashion.incubator@austincc.edu, and say, add me to the list. I want to be on that list. Let me know when the classes are coming out. We'll be making updates on our website shortly, but we are going to be driving from that email list. And so if you want to keep up with what's happening, sign up. We will see you there. Guys, we are really using this time each week to connect with you, to tell you what's going on, to kind of what to expect. The next two things that you should be looking out for from us, because Cohort 3 applications have closed, we are now reviewing applications for the next group of designers who will be in residence here at the Fashion Incubator. Thank you all who applied. We will be reviewing and getting back to you very, very shortly. But the two opportunities to work with us, engage with us, connect with us here at the Fashion Incubator are going to be one, the Macy's Future Fashion Series, that's virtual, that'll be starting later this season. And if you want to be notified, you need to sign up for our email list at fashion.incubator@austincc.edu. Then the second way that you can get engaged with the Fashion Incubator is by joining one of our digital fashion classes. We call this one the Workforce Education Series, but it's really about getting you into the world of digital fashion. So I mentioned this before, AccuMark 2D, AccuMark 3D, and our product lifecycle management that's going to help you understand how to work digitally on a product from idea to completion. So this is really important. This is what's happening right now. If you're working in our industry and you don't use these tools will change your life. And so it will change your career and your availability as well. People who use these skills and tools are much more hireable than those who do not. And so if you want to continue to be competitive in our industry, learning these skills will really put you over the edge and really help you to stand out against a sea of other candidates. So again, if you're curious, you want to know more about the class, send us an email at fashion.incubator@austincc.edu. We're excited that you're engaged with us, that you're watching here with us. We'll be sharing this on all of our channels. And we just want to say thank you again to our team here at the ACC Fashion Incubator, as well as our Teaching, Learning, and Excellence Division. Ethan and his team have been doing amazing work to make sure that we are available and visible and connected to you, our community. And so thank you so much for helping us to remain consistent and connected throughout this time. Again, guys, this is how we get our week started every week at the Fashion Incubator. My name is Nina Means. I'm the director here, and we look forward to having a great week. We'll see you soon.